It's time for some more cheese. Manchego Man is currently sitting at rank 70. Well, our next goal is rank 69, so I guess we have about one game to win. And after rank 69, we're going to clearly aim at rank 1. Get above Hero Marine. Let's do it. Okay, first game of the day against a Terran. Perfect. I tried to think of a cheese against Terran that I could use, and I actually have, I want to say 3 more cheeses that I haven't used yet. One of them would be a regular Proxy Reaper, but with 2 barracks instead of 3. So I don't actually bring myself into panic again like the last time. And another cheese is to go for a 1-base Proxy Starport. And then another cheese I could use, but I probably shouldn't spoil all of them. Maybe I'll keep the third one a secret, okay. But in any case, for the first game, I am going to be doing that Proxy Starport one. I have used this a few times before. It's also a bit of a risky build, but I have found it to be pretty strong. Now, cheeses against Terran usually have a pretty straightforward hard counter, because cheeses would be something like going for a Marauder, drop with Hellions fast, or doing like a Mass Reaper Hellion attack. And if you would open with Tank Viking, because I actually get this question a lot, like sometimes I have done cheese guides against Terran, and then people would ask me in the comments, what do you do when there's a tank and a Viking? And the answer is like, well, you're kind of screwed. But there's always opportunity to outplay, like if you have a lot of APM, if you have units like a Medevac, for example, then you can always make something happen, of course. But generally speaking, if your opponent does open Tank Viking, you're going to have a pretty rough time cheesing them. But we'll see. I am a pretty speedy Terran myself, and I'm going to be making a Liberator, which will give me some outplay potential. So we'll see. If you guys do enjoy the cheeses, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't miss out any of my videos, guys. There's so many challenges. And if there's any particular challenge you want to see, please suggest it in the comments. I read all of my comments, everything you say. All the tips, everything. No matter how good or bad, I'll read them. So if there's something you really want to see, make sure to leave it in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Turn on notifications. Don't miss out any of these epic challenges, guys. It would be a shame. An absolute shame to miss out any of these absolute banger episodes. Now, with this build, I think I cannot afford to cut out of gas. At most, I would be able to cut 1 SCV, but I'm not going to do it. Now, seems like, wait, this guy has nothing in his base, but he does have an orbital. He does not have a lot of SCVs. Okay, this is actually maybe going to work out really well for us, because it looks to me like he's doing a proxy 2-Rax Reaper. Doesn't look like a Marauder, doesn't look like 3-Rax to me. Probably a proxy 2-Rax Reaper. And proxy Starport, what I wanted to do, is actually a legit reaction to that. If you scout someone doing a proxy Reaper, you could actually do that as a reaction. So I think this could work out very well for us. Now, obviously, there's still micro to be done here to survive, but I think we're going to be just fine. Obviously, I'm quite experienced in dealing with this stuff. Now, if he stays around for too long, he is going to die to my Reaper that's popping out. Looks like he is going to stay around just a little bit too long. And that's going to cost him. He actually lost the Reaper to his own grenade, I think. Yeah, this is rough. He might actually just leave here. Not the most exciting game ever, but yeah. Alright. Well, at least we can keep our cheese for the next time, guys. Let's keep it going. We got the same guy again. Okay, maybe he's gonna let me do my cheese this time. Though, it's a little bit scary if you think about it, because if he pressed rewind, he would have seen my starport there. And in that case, he might look for it and I would be in trouble. But I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't try, right, guys? Manchego Man knows no fear, so I'm just gonna go for it again. Maybe I should build it somewhere different. What about, like, here? Because last time I basically built it here, right? It was on the edge of the map, right below the main. So if I would look for a proxy, I'd probably look here if I was him. So I'm gonna build it maybe at the rocks instead. I hope he doesn't see it. It would actually be funny if I decided to proxy 2-Rax Reaper him back, basically like showing him how it's done. But I just don't think proxy Rax Reaper is the best build on this map. And the main reason is that it has like a double jump here. And double jumps are usually pretty bad for Reapers, because if there is a unit waiting on the high ground, they'll just be able to gun you down easily. So on maps where there is a double jump, I usually prefer to not do proxy Reaper. I think better maps could be, for example, like Glittering Ashes. I'm not sure if you guys can recall the maps in front of you right now, but Glittering Ashes, basically, you just jump into the main directly with 1 jump. You don't have to do 2 jumps like that. So... And if you guys remember, I think it was 2 episodes ago where I almost lost the game. I really should have lost to a Terran. There was a lot of MMR below me, just because I proxy raxed on this map. So I'm trying to not recall any traumas by doing that again, and I think it's going to be a bit healthier for us. Also, I believe maybe we've hit it already, or maybe we're about to hit it. But we might have gone 50 games without losing. Is that correct? I think we're somewhere between 45 and 50. Now, I may have jinxed it, so that was probably a bad idea for me to bring it up. But I do think that is a pretty awesome record as well. I'm not sure what the record for that is, guys. How many games someone has gone without losing. That would actually be very interesting to know. I mean, I doubt someone knows that, but I actually do remember. If you guys know Korean Terran Fantasy by any chance, by now he's retired. I think he played on EU at some point when he joined the European team. And I'm fairly certain he went, I want to say 53 games or so without losing. And I remember that it was a Zerg you wouldn't expect that actually beat him for the first time. I'm moving my SCV too much, that's probably not too smart. If he finds this, my entire strategy is in the gutter. But I think he went about 52 games without losing. But it very well may have been 58 or so. Oh my god. There was a critter here and I just got like a heart attack. I thought it was actually scouting my proxy. But yeah, it could have been somewhere in the 50s. I know it was in the 50s for sure. So I guess if we reach 60 games without losing, which in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to reach, especially doing all these different cheeses, that would probably be the record. But even so, oh no, I forgot a supply depot, I think. Yeah, I did. Is it going to cost me? Just a little bit. Actually, it is going to take some time off that Liberator. Wait, I was actually sure I built that depot. That's a little bit weird. I could launch one, actually. I'll just do it because it's a cheese. I want to hit fast. But yeah, I've interrupted myself like 5 times now, but I do think the amount of games we've went without losing one is already a pretty awesome record in its own. Now from this build, I do have to transition, but I want to spam units like crazy for a while. He hasn't seen my starport, so either my trick worked that he scouted here instead, or he just didn't look for it. Like, I feel like very often players, if they lose a game, they won't press rewind because they're kind of tilted, you know. Obviously understandable. Let's see. I don't know. Is there a mine here? Yeah. Can I pass that? I think so. Yep. Okay, he might try to intercept my... Ooh, this could actually be rough. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start making ravens from that proxy. Yeah, this is actually not a bad micro by him here, I have to admit. Watch this. Oh no, I wanted to do a big trick. Siege, please. Okay. I wanted to bait the Widowmine into his units. But I was a little bit too slow. And here I can just trade this. Now his Cyclone is gonna finish soon. Maybe I can still escape it by doing this. And I'm gonna get a Raven from my proxy. Bang. Oh, we won. Okay. I mean, okay, his Cyclone is pretty far away. In my opinion, this was a very playable position because, yeah, my CC is super late. I think he probably thought I was further ahead than I was. I will still consider it a successful cheese. Like the Cyclone, it's about, I want to say 15 seconds away. So he would have lost mining for 15 seconds more. So I would have maybe been slightly ahead. But I definitely think this was a playable position against build like this. You can definitely sustain some damage and it's fine. So if you execute this build, guys, you probably won't get someone surrendering this easy. You do need to get some more damage. But for us, a dub is a dub, guys. So let's keep going. Alright, a Zerg. Perfect. I already had a build in mind for TVZ. Actually, for every matchup, because in the last episodes, I had so much trouble actually thinking of builders that I decided to think of at least one per matchup for this episode beforehand. So this time I actually really want to do the Marauder hellbat all-in. And if you guys are a fan of the Penguin Brothers, I mean, a lot of you probably are, because who isn't? Let's be real. You guys know the Penguin Brothers enhanced build, which is basically a Viking hellbat all-in with Marauders. And the build I want to do is just the classic Marauder hellbat. So the way that works is you hit very fast. There's no Vikings involved. Though you could actually make one. You usually make one to scare away the Overlords. That's the only Viking that's involved. But you load 3 Marauders into a medevac with concussive shells. And you drop them on top of the Queens. So the Queens can't run away. And then you kill the first 3 Queens very easily. And then the hellbat usually succeeds after that. If you don't catch the Queens, it's not as strong of a build. So in that sense, you could call it a bit of a gamble. But in my experience, it is pretty rare for them to actually have their Queens in position out of range of the, being caught by the Marauders. So I think it's a pretty good build. I think hellbat all-ins in general have not been that popular. And I think the Marauder hellbat one might be the best one out of the mainstream. And I've said it before and I still mean it. I think the Penguin Brothers all-in is actually the best hellbat all-in you guys can do. So if you do want to, if you're tired of Zerg macro games and Queens or whatever, you could totally try yourself some Penguin Brothers. Now at this point, I obviously have probably like 50 games on the YouTube where I do it, where you can copy it from. So that's good. But this game, I'm going to go for the Marauder hellbat. which is pretty similar to a TVT build as well. The build I just described, I also have a guide on that one. I think it's called something like How to Win TVT Without Brain Cells, or something like this. You gotta think of something for the title, guys, what can I say? And you basically go for a very greedy expand, and then drop Marauders with Hellions in your opponent's natural. And the only difference is that against Terran you use Hellions, and against Zerg you use Hellbats, really. Alright, so the opener of this build is pretty normal. Ah, he's playing pool first. Okay, that does change things. Now I might end up being the cheesed one. If I see a lot of gas, I'm legit gonna make a Ghost Academy, like... Okay, there's not that much gas. If this guy would have Roach all in me, I would have actually went for my newfound Ghost to GM cheese defense and dropped down a Ghost Academy, but I feel like it looks pretty safe. It doesn't seem like he's gonna Roach all in me. It seems like it was just a regular pull first. So that's good. Obviously, at this point, I say it before, but the longer my YouTube series go on, the more people will know from the name that it's me and start to blind counter me. So if you meet me as a Zerg going pull first is a pretty smart idea, because the chance that I'm actually proxy raxing is pretty big, right? Now, unlucky for him, I'm not actually proxy raxing. He's gonna go for this SCV. That's a good move. Can I escape with that? Maybe not. No, it doesn't look like it. Look at this perfect grenade. Oh, it worked. Can I kill that? No, almost. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to keep on macroing here. Like, a Reaper can't kill 6 Lings that fast, so I actually do think it was a pretty good move by him. Now, I'm gonna send this Reaper across, because I want to see if he still decided to go for Roaches. If he did, it could be pretty tough to defend, because I decided to not go for a bunker here. Let's see, there's nothing on the way, so that's really good for me. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, Creep Tumor, no Roaches on the way, looks perfect. Now with this build you do have to cut SCVs a little bit. I'm gonna start making Marauder, and then I'm gonna make 1 Viking to kill this Overlord. Now he actually has 2 Overlords near my base, which could be really good or really bad, because I am gonna kill 2 of them with my Viking. Now, he saw the tech lab on this, but that doesn't have to mean anything, right? Like, that could totally just be, you know, to make stim later on. Now, the Overlord on the right side was low HP. So I'm gonna go for the one on the left here. And I'm gonna make my... Actually, the Overlord could have gotten here and I wouldn't have seen it, because I don't think I was paying enough attention for that. So I hope that's not the case, but we'll find out soon enough. Now, my medevac is started. That Overlord is gonna go down. There's also another Overlord in the middle that I might be able to grab. That would just be insane. Yeah, you guys can see I've skipped my SCVs and I have absolutely no money. And I have the maximum amount of units at the same time. Now, he's not moving this Overlord, so he might actually lose 3. It might take me a bit too long. Oh, he was moving it now. It might take me a bit too long to find the Overlord on the right side, because that has moved a while ago. Let's see, can we find it? Where did it go? I would love to find it. Okay. I'm gonna make a Liberator behind it too. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're gonna find it. That does suck a little bit for us. But there's no time to waste. I'm gonna keep boosting this medevac. I do have a lot of Hellions. I feel like my attack was slightly delayed. And now I'm gonna show you guys how you execute this. Here we go. There's concussive cells on these Marauders, if correct. Which means that these queens are both dead. Just because of the slow. And then he's transfusing, but obviously that's only gonna buy a little bit of time. And then we morph the Hellbats. Actually, might have let that one escape. No, it's still gonna die. And then you just have to split. Oh, I'm actually gonna go for the top here. That seems really nice. 2 Hellbats should be able to take care of those Banelings. Let's see. Split micros looking pretty good here. And all the queens are already dead at that point. Like, if you kill the first 2 queens, it's always gonna be really rough. Now, this guy definitely over-droned a lot, because his entire third base was saturated. Like, that's a lot of freaking drones that he had there. Let me pick up that Marauder. Yeah, he probably wants to morph Banelings here, but my army is just massive at this point. Let's see, I don't even need to use my Hellbats for that, really. There we go. Looking perfect. I think I can even siege this natural base. There's not really much he has that can do anything about it. He doesn't even have a Spore Crawler. And there we go. No GG. As to be expected, to be honest, with these dirty Hellbat all-ins. I feel like it could be a very frustrating experience to lose against that. But this was... yeah, I mean, look at this, guys. 52 drones. And, well, actually, wait, he didn't lose a single drone? That is impressive. You kind of have to applaud for that. He didn't lose a single drone during this. He was actually long distance mining here, I believe, which is a pretty cool choice. I mean, obviously, I probably should have killed this hatch. But yeah, this is a pretty nasty hellbat timing attack. If you execute it like this, it should work very well. Just a small tip, in case you guys didn't see what I did there. When I moved in, I made sure to unload the Marine first, because you don't want to have the Marine pop out as you unload the medevac. So the first time you drop, the Marauders pop out instantly, and they slow the Queens. And that's about all tips I can give you. Good luck if you're going to use it, and let's play some more games. Now we've got a rematch against the same Zerg. Alright, what should we do this time then? Like I said, I prepared one build for each matchup for this episode, but now we're already going to be entering freestyle territory here. So, maybe I should just continue with the hellbat timing attacks. I do like it if my videos have a little bit of a theme, right? So, for example, the last episode, I believe, or 2 episodes ago, we had a bunch of fast cheeses like the proxy raxes and stuff, and now I could go for a bunch of hellbat attacks. So hellbat attacks do, if they get more predictable, especially if your opponent plays roaches, it's gonna be pretty tough to do something against that. But maybe we can do some very nice Penguin Brothers this game. Looking forward to that. Yeah, we should definitely just go for the Penguin Brothers Enhanced, because that is the best version against roaches. If you guys have never watched the Penguin Brothers before, then you're probably like, what on earth is the Penguin Brothers Enhanced supposed to be? Well, you're gonna find out just soon enough, so don't worry about it. Sit tight. It's basically a Viking-based hellbat attack. I think it's so strong, like I said in the previous game, but I still have not really seen anyone use them, so I really think that I'm like the only pro Terran that believes in the Penguin Brothers. And maybe it's good, because I keep winning games with them, so, you know. If no one else uses them, people are not gonna know how to counter them, they're not gonna expect them, which is only better for me, right? I'm curious, by the way, because I know you guys like to try my strategies a lot. Have you guys found the same success when using the Penguin Brothers if you have? Like, I'm genuinely curious about this. Like, if you guys have used the Penguin Brothers against Zerg, have you found the same amount of success that I have, which means that you win most of the games? Or is it more a thing that works sometimes but usually falls flat? Like, I'm actually curious, because I do know the Penguin Brothers, or in general hellbat timing attacks, they do take a good level of micro, like you need to be able to split very well and stuff. Kind of like I showed last game. Last game my splits weren't even too hot, to be honest. Like, definitely could have been better than that, but last game with him being so greedy and with me catching the first 2 queens, it was a very rough position for him from the start. Now my Reaper's gonna go down here. Is it hatch first this time? Does look like a hatch first. With a drone. He's gonna take the fastest third base of his life. Now, one thing you could do is actually block that with the SCV. But the reason I'm not gonna do it is because I don't want to force him to play something heavy 2-base, right? Because I'm about to 2-base him again. I wouldn't want him to go like 2-base roaches or 2-base anything really for that matter. Let's see if we can kill some Zerglings here. This one's gonna die. Nice. This one's also gonna die. No. Okay, I thought it was 1 HP actually. It probably healed just enough. I thought it was gonna die with that shot. Now, sadly, this map is a ramp, so we're not going to be able to go up and annoy him any further. That's legit what all TVZ is about. You guys think it's about, like, mechanics, but the reality is just about who annoys the other player more. Reapers, Hellions, Starport units, again, Ling run-bys, and Overlord scouting all your stuff. Like, it's really just an annoyance battle. Who annoys the other more? Now, this guy's pretty crazy with his Overlords. I've never seen someone scout like this. He scouts really fast with his Overlords, and he sends 2 as well, instead of just 1. Which is pretty crazy. I probably have to skip a lot of SCVs with this build as well. Like, this build needs even more money, I think. But I feel like... I don't quite remember, because the Penguin Brothers, since we closed that, it feels like it's already been a week, or maybe even 2 weeks. Time flies. And I don't quite remember how much gas you need and stuff for it. I'm also not sure where the second Overlord went. I feel like this is the first Overlord that I see on this pillar over here. I'm definitely not gonna make many more units or many more SCVs than this. I only have 26, by the way. Like, if you're wondering how early I'm cutting SCVs for these builds, it's very early. I only have 26 SCVs, which is crazy. Normally you would be on like 32 right now or something, I believe. Well, now he's gonna go in. Yeah, that is gonna be a really good scout for him, guys. He's gonna see the reactor on my starport. And if he is by any chance a YouTube watcher or a Penguin Brothers sufferer of any kind, he is probably gonna know what's up, which is a little bit rough for us. I'm not gonna start my concussive shells yet. Like, I don't want him to see that. Wait, he's not gonna see the Vikings finish. Okay, that was close. I'm gonna make my armory first and then my concussive shells. Oh my god, I'm so happy I cut SCVs because I cannot afford anything. Like, this is kind of crazy. I'm actually not able to get any. Look at my money. Almost nothing all the time. These builds are, I'm telling you, man, Terran builds are insane. I always say it, Terran is a momentum race. If you, like, lose your momentum or you lose a few SCVs early on, your builds instantly suck. It's actually crazy how tight this build order is. Now, is he gonna make Roach? Is he scared enough? Or is he just gonna make Banelings? I think Banelings are the most fun by far. Because if I play against Banelings, they should be in a pretty good spot. But I still get to show off my splits and stuff. Which is really fun. Now, I haven't seen anything with these units I have. My army looks absolutely massive, by the way. Oh my god, look at his army going across. That is a big army for 520 in the game. Still haven't made a single SCV since then, I believe. Yeah, not a single one. Oh my goodness. I would guess he has a lot of roaches. I feel like I might have been a little bit too predictable playing another hellbat all in here, but it's part of the challenge. Let's see. Banelings it is. Okay. He has a lot of drones again, guys. And let me remind you, I've said it before. This is the Penguin Brothers Enhanced, which means it's even stronger. Oh, that's a lot of Banelings. Okay, so he did save up a lot of money to make Banelings with. My splits here are going to be very good. I know that for myself. And the timing, oh my, I actually have an absurd amount of units. What the hell is this guy? He's going to think hellbat all-ins are the most imbalanced thing to ever exist in StarCraft after these two games. Like that was disgusting. Oh my goodness. Now this time I actually killed 14 workers, which means that once again, he had 60 drones against 26. Like, that is just, that's crazy. That's too much. Even if you morph 12 Banelings, I can't let him get away with this. If you guys play against Sunset and he's really greedy, then you know you can punish him with this. And if he doesn't play greedy anymore, then I hope it was because of me and you were able to win the macro game because of it. Now, we've played a bunch of games. Let's play one final one. Oh, okay, alright. I guess they send the big dogs now, huh? A 6-5 Zerg. 6-4, 5-8 Zerg. Okay, what do we do against him then? You know what's a little bit sus? Is that if you play an opponent that's higher MMR than you, they will tend to play very safe, right? Because they don't want to get cheesed. They know they're better in the macro game. So I can't do something that is too obvious. Which means I'm gonna do another hellbat timing attack. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely... like, a proxy Rax is out of the question here, because most likely he will play pool first. Now, I do not know who this Zerg barcode is, so it's a little bit tough for me to get a read. Because a 645 Zerg is someone I should be very familiar with, but I don't actually know who it is. So I don't know the tendencies and stuff, right? I think I'm gonna go for the Marauder hellbat one again. I feel like it's a little bit classic. We have done so many Penguin Brothers over the course of the YouTube. Though I don't like repeating cheese that much in this show. But then again, guys, we're already like 50 games deep. So would you guys blame me? Is there another sick hellbat attack that we can do? I don't really have one in mind. I guess... Wait, I actually just thought of a really sick cheese. Never mind, guys. I thought of something. I'm gonna go for the most legendary of legendary cheeses in this game. I'm gonna play Ghost Hellbat into Battlecruiser. Okay. This is truly the most... I think I've only done this once or twice in my entire life. Once in a tournament and I won with it. And I'm gonna pull it out here again. It's a truly legendary cheese that depends a little bit on luck, of course. Basically what the point is that if you play Ghost Hellbat, they would never expect BCs. And they might not even make spores. Because, like, literally no one would ever get cloak with their ghost this early on at this level. So if they don't play Overlord speed, or yeah, there's the pull first, exactly like I predicted. Yeah, very logical move by him. Now I do have to hope he's not playing roaches. Let's see the gas count. That is not that much gas, 50 gas. I guess he could play roaches behind it, but it wouldn't be that terrifying. He might go for my SCV again, just like the other guy did. Let's see, and then the second gas comes out. Oh, he still had 2 links at home, so he's not gonna have too many Zerglings. Let's see. Any out here? I would love to find them before they run into my natural. Doesn't look like they're here, though. Slightly unfortunate, but I'll keep the Reaper at home for a bit. And actually, if I make Ghost and he goes for like a Roach all in late, I might be able to stop it. Like, these are not gonna be the fastest ghost ever. So I'm not sure if the timing works out in my favor there. Like, he would have had to make the Roach Warren after I scouted, so it would definitely would have been a little bit delayed. Oof. I'm excited for this one, guys. This is probably, yeah, this, I mean, it has to be the highest MMR opponent we faced, right? In the cheese show, at least. 6-4-5. Still a lot of MMR on the line. And keep in mind, my record is still perfect at this point. So, I mean, I keep saying it every time, we have to lose at some point. But if we don't, then that would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna try my best to win this one with this legendary cheese. I think I probably have to start making extra gas already. There's my first ghosty on the way. And the point, if you open Hellion Ghost, is to snipe queens, pretty much. Like, annoy your opponent and snipe queens, that's the whole goal. He's taking the front base. Which is good for me, because that will give me a little bit more room to attack. Now, I am actually fear that this gas may have been a little bit too fast. I kind of want to kill the Overlord, you know. Okay, there's no gases, so he's not doing a Roach all-in, most likely. Or it's a really weird one with only 2 gases in the main. But I kind of doubt that. Now, I have my first ghost out. He's actually going to hunt this Reaper, which is annoying. Okay, here we go. Oh, yo, he found my my ghost now. So I guess, unless, well, maybe he wasn't looking, to be honest, because he right-clicked it in the main. I don't know if he was actually looking at it. So I'm gonna make my first starport now. Probably could have made this a bit before, but better late than never, I suppose. Let's see if I can kill a queen. Bam, that's how you do it. If you guys are wondering if there's any trick to this, the only trick is that you hit the queen once with anything. Because a ghost doesn't actually one-shot a queen, but it almost does. So what you're supposed to do is you like tickle it once with your Hellion and then you shoot it. Or you hit it with the ghost, right? That's also possible. Now my base is going to be walled off. I haven't seen an Overlord enter my base yet. So that could be good. Let's see. Let me get some more queens out here. There you go. That's another queen popped. Oh, I'm gonna get really fat hits. Oh my god, the Lynx got destroyed. And that's another queen gone. I don't have energy for that. Wow, this has been insanely successful. It actually grows how successful this has been so far. Okay, for a second I thought I forgot my second starport. I was starting to get scared. You guys here come as well. But yeah, it almost looks like I'm gonna win without the BCs. Like, it's kind of... This is insane. How many queens have I killed? It has been a lot. Oh no, I didn't saturate that gas. I was wondering why my gas count was so low. I mean... Yeah, I mean, I have so many units here, guys. Wait, it's alive. There we go, it's dead. Oh, that is a lot of... I have to back off, actually, from that. Because he might surround me. So he did make a ton of links instead of drones and stuff. Okay. Yeah, he's running away. He knows I was looking for him. Now, I want to go again. The scariest part is... like maybe like a potential bailing counterattack, or even bailings on the defense, because even if the ghosts are good in sniping, they are not as good when they're surrounded, because then the snipes don't even go off. And obviously you would rather have the ghosts fight against the queens than anything else. Now my double BC is finishing in the background, and I'm still making ghosts as well. And what makes the double BC even stronger is that yeah, he has a lot of units. I think it's just to go for a mega surround. Oh, he's making bailings now, okay. Oh no, I've stepped a little bit too far maybe. I think I may have overstepped a little bit. The hits are still really good. And my double BC is gonna finish. I don't think this was too bad, probably. Like, I know it sounds weird to say it wasn't that bad after I got cleaned up, but the double BC is gonna be really surprising. It sucks that my second starport was a little bit later. Else I would have been able to teleport already, which just sounds like a dream to me. When are you gonna finish? Soon. Okay. So yeah, I definitely should have maybe made an armory there. Like, at some point the links just overwhelm you easily, right? So I should have made an armory. Let's see. Oh, he does have spores. Okay. That is gonna suck a little bit. I'll kill the queen first. Oh, he just... Never mind. He had a transfuse on that queen, but he just injected, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, he might have... That's not a lot of links, actually. I mean, he's trying, but it's actually not a lot of links. There we go. Let's kill the queens here if we can. That's the big deal. He's making a lot of spores. Is one of these a spire? It doesn't look like one of these is a spire, which is great. So my Battlecruiser is running low on health already. Please stop targeting me. Okay. Let's see. There's still no spire, I feel like. No, I feel like he maybe hit it somewhere because... It was one of these a spire after all. Like, without a spire, there's no winning here for him. So... Let's see. There's a new spawning pool. Wait, I didn't even kill that. Why would I kill the spawning pool? That is so uninteresting. Okay. This is kind of a weird game at this point, isn't it? I'm making an armory so I can go and attack him with my real force. Or, well, not my real force, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, I have more BCs. This is a very big army I have. I mean, if I kill his banelings, I could actually attack with my really big army. Because I have a big army, but it will die to banelings. That is the point, right? Yeah, he's gonna try and counter-attack. Kill as many banelings as I can. And then more of these into hellbats. Now, at some point, you would imagine that he's gonna get corruptors out. Like, I probably just missed them. Yeah, I don't have a lot of ghost here. Where did his corruptors go? Or, like, where did the spire go? Why did I not find it? That is what's surprising me the most. Gonna save that BC. So let's just kill the queens here. Okay. Well, this might be a little bit rough. I have a lot of hellbats behind here, actually, so it's fine. Let's see. Oh, wait, he had this base all the time, maybe. Okay. Get some good splits in here. Gonna lose a lot of work. I'm actually gonna survive here. And guys, we have done it. I was starting to get a bit worried because... I imagine he must have had a spire somewhere, but I guess I've just absolutely obliterated him with this cheese, which is fantastic. Guys, this was maybe the coolest cheese we've done yet, and we beat a 6-5 Zerg with it. And this might also be the 50th win we have, or maybe we're already at 52, like, who knows. Yeah, man, this build actually destroyed him. If you want to see what the early game looked like before the BCs, it's like I got cleaned up, but he had such little workers. Like, in this game, I went for 2 BCs, but I easily could have had 2 more barracks and 2 E-bays and an extra CC, right? But yeah, this build is very dank. Use it at your own risk. It might be too dank and everything might get unstable or whatever, or that's what happens in the movies at least. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this fantastic episode. Make sure to like the video if you did and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.